is the accelerator for one of the greatest life and workplace transformations of our generation.
Not working out for them, things which is like need, state of felt deprivation, but we want to speak about things which is right.
We can say bringing out a lot of positive traits in people, not just negative. I would say mostly this is connected with this ascending, rising empathy and understanding for other situations.
Happiness, we speak about positivity, we speak about things which lean away from negativity and towards hopefulness, empowerment, belief.
Our working life is the one through which we define ourselves. We value ourselves through.
Welcome to HappierBeings conversational series on improving productivity in COVID world. We are trying to understand how we can turn around this crisis with happiness. And we are in conversation with Petra and Maya. They are joining us from Slovenia. They are internationally certified happiness officers. They have more than 20 years of experience in communication, marketing, and managing the growth and development of people and organization. They are consultants for co-creating positive organization cultures, speakers at the Global Online Happiness at Work Summit, guest speakers at DOBA Faculty of Applied Business and Social Studies in Maribor, Slovenia, and Culture Management Academy in Belgrade. As well, authors of numerous professional articles. They are also members of the Global Network for Happiness at Work, Woohoo Incorporation, and founders of Chief Happiness Officers Academy in Slovenia. Their programs about happiness at work has also been listed in the National Education Institute Slovenia's catalog for optional classes in secondary school. Welcome Maya and welcome Petra to this show, and how are you doing today?
Hi, Puneet. I think we are both doing very fine. We are both fine. I know I'm very excited to talk to you, to share some of our insight about this COVID situation. So the sun is shining, the summer is here, and we are positive and happy. And Petra, you?
I'm also really, really happy and honored to have this opportunity to talk to you, Puneet. And I'm really looking forward to this conversation, to talk about the things that make us happy at work and in life, and why is it so important.
So, the first thing what we want to understand is, you would have seen how things have just changed suddenly after the onset of the virus. Now, you would understand that COVID-19 is forcing people around the world to live and work in radically different ways. We are talking about social distancing, which has never been seen before, remote working at a large scale, reduced staff for people, travel bans, virtual meetings, high hygiene, mandatory use of masks. We want to understand, how has this change affected people at your side?
Well, our lives have changed radically. They have taken out on a really new dimension, and we are really facing a lot of new challenges never seen before, as well as for ourselves, as well as for working environments. And the feelings that came with all of this haven't been with us so much before, like feelings like fear, insecurity, uncertainty, loneliness, lack of control, anxiety. And together with this virus, they represent the threat to basic need to be healthy and safe. And all of this also radically messed up with our comfort zone and we were suddenly somewhere out there, not prepared, feeling lost, confused, and this has been a real shock. And all of this is having a big influence on our happiness. But we couldn't stay there. We had to move on. And the next step showed how prepared are we for new circumstances. Some people quickly adapted to this and started to take new paths in life. And some people were just stuck, if I mention just these two extremes. And if we look at the positive side, we have been given a rare pause in our life, and it looks like a wake-up call for things that really matter. More time with loved ones, sense of life purpose, having time for ourselves, and things we have always wanted to do, exercising more, cooking, connect with nature, living healthier life. And yes, it has been also influencing organizational cultures, and now we can see how they are, if they are flexible, if they are resilient, what kind of relationships we have, and if this happiness we strive for is really something deep, or is it just an image? Because where there has been just an image, just a glitter, it will be harder for organizations to continue to develop. And if it was real, the organizations will continue with their path, and they will grow and develop, and they will stay happy. And like we humans, also organizations have this starting point of happiness, where everything, when things are normal, they live on this starting point of happiness. And if something extreme happens, like this COVID-19, then it makes something, it throws us from this line, and we then return to it over the time. And if we are constantly working on raising this level of happiness, we continue to grow and to develop. COVID-19 is the accelerator for one of the greatest life and workplace transformations of our generation. It is how we work, how we commute, how we communicate, how we learn, everything. And also how we work, it will be changed forever. Priorities have shifted, and the big question for all of us and for organization is how to deal with it, how to stay calm, and how to stay happy in this new reality. This has been a really big test, and during the lockdown, we have prioritized people more or less, and we helped each other. And in new reality, I really wonder if we are going to stay on this lane, which would be very great, or we would go back to prioritizing numbers, profits, revenue, and similar things that we are historically determined to prioritize. And we usually were forgetting about the relationships at work, and we put them aside or postponed them for some other time, and this time never came. And because there was something more important and more urgent all the time. And so we were missing trust and respect and connection among people in organizations.
Absolutely. So that's a good landscape that you have described in terms of the change which has been brought up so suddenly. Now, when we speak about happiness, we speak about positivity, we speak about things which lean away from negativity and towards hopefulness, empowerment, belief. So what we are trying to see, how things are happening right. So from this perspective, and given this whole change scenario that we see around, we want to understand, what do you feel at your side is happening right? What do you feel from the perspective of people who are working, who are facing the front line, or maybe who are at home? What's your understanding from the place where you are, where you see, things happening right, things happening positive? So, so we want to see and paint a picture which is right, which is correct. Normally, people speak about things which is not working out for them, things which is like need, state of felt deprivation, but we want to speak about things which is right.
Yeah. So, it's true, even though times are incredibly challenging for people, for employees, for leaders, for organizations, for all of us, my perception is that this whole situation is generally, we can say, bringing out a lot of positive traits in people, not just negative. I would say mostly this is connected with this ascending, rising empathy and understanding for other situations, which we all know was or is missing big time in workplace environment. And there is much more, I think, genuine and frequent communication going on between employees and from leaders, from leading structures with employees. And this kind of quality and regular communication, I think, is the key to building this relationship and this much needed culture of trust. And we know that people highly appreciate that, and that it gives them this feeling of being important, of being taken care of being appreciated. And those are one of the most important ingredients for a positive and happy workplace. And this empathy is taking care, and this empathy and taking care is also spreading outside of working environments. Like, for instance, Zappos, this American web retailer, which is considered as one of the happy workplaces also. They turn their phone customer service into people service, so that anyone can call them and talk to them and to their employees about anything. So they did that to reduce this mental negative effect of COVID crisis, like isolation, feelings of loneliness and anxiety that comes with that. So we also have this moment of some broader purpose for society that makes a lot of positive difference for people or for employees. And also we see that majority of employees do actually welcome this digitalization kicking in now even faster. So seeing and experiencing how this automation of routine tasks gives them even more time and space to devote to some challenges and tasks they really like, and to develop some new sets of technical personal skills that they will need for this future of work. And we know that this is also this development is also very highly ranked in terms of what makes people happy and engaged at work. And for those who have jobs, of course, that enable them to work from home, this remote working, and didn't have this experience from before, we see that they now actually have positive attitude. They favor this option of remote work to some point. And most positive they see is they have better work-life balance and less stress. So they get to spend more time with their families, they spend less time commuting, they can basically work from any location and have more flexible schedules. And maybe there is also one, we call it green moment for them. They have this perception and feeling that they are actually contributing to a greener and cleaner environment in some way. So I think there is a lot of positive in these crazy times right now.
Absolutely. So, we are trying to understand that most of the experts whom we are speaking on the views which they are sharing. So, most of them have this opinion that this COVID world, or let's say when they are saying now, they're saying about a new normal. So, they're saying that this new normal is going to stay, at least in the near foreseeable future. So, in these circumstances, there are challenges which people are facing. So, when we talk about positivity, we speak about what is happening right. But we also want to, know that what needs to be changed, which can help people enhance their productivity or workability. So, this is an important piece that we want to, paint. We want to view and bring an understanding into this.
Of course, yeah. Well, I think that I think too that we will really have to adopt this new normal or whatever it is, whatever is going to be, as soon as possible. But first, I think that we all have to get more aware of how we function basically as people. That because of this our negativity bias that we have, we do react negatively or primarily with some rejection to change, and that we need some time to respond to this emotionally, intellectually, and to kind of internalize these changes, and that we need some time to assess how they are affecting our life, and that we can adopt them and to see what to do. So I think it's very understandable that through this process that we are all going through or will be going through, people will be most concerned firstly about safety and keeping losing their jobs, because we know that COVID has already have very negative effect on economy, and this safety issue is one of the biggest stressors for people, and at the same time our working life is the one through which we define ourselves. We value ourselves through it, and when this job security, this provision of income and our values, when this is endangered, and when people are concerned about how and where they will work, will they find another job, when they are concerned about their health of their families, and so on. The logical consequence is, of course, stress, anxiety, depression, and that has extremely negative consequences for individuals as well as for companies and for society as a whole. And in terms of getting a grip on, let's say, remote working, because we are facing a lot of that, people are struggling to find balance. They try to find this balance to unplug from work, and they're actually missing this human touch, this real physical person-to-person communication and connection. So what I think that we can do to enhance ourselves and people's work life, I would say it's obviously we have to put people first. So I would say first we have to educate ourselves and employees, and of course raise awareness about importance of mental health, about positive effects of well-being, of happiness at work, and actually start taking care about it and make it a priority. And second thing, I think that it's very important to overcoming this negativity and this rejection toward change is to communicate, and communicate. So frequently, openly tell people the facts about what is going on, what is happening inside of the company, give them regular feedback, answer their questions, and build that culture of trust. This is with communication, is how you build it. And third, as much as possible, I know the times are hard, but as much as possible, invest in people. Do invest in their skills, in their happiness, and in their health, because everything that we are doing for the long term.
Petra, would you like to come in and speak about what do you think from your side which can be changed in these times and can enhance the productivity or the workability of people, understanding the challenges which is there?
Yes, talking about this happiness thing at work in this time may seem quite a bold thing at a first glance, but it's really important that we enjoy what we do and that we enjoy this work with people. And these challenges Maya was talking about are pushing us into this new direction to find out how to build positive relations with our co-workers or managers or leaders or something. When we take a look at one of my favorite definitions of happiness at work, it is deriving from positive psychology, and we see that happiness is based on three pillars. One is to live in a good partnership. The other is to have good friends, and we don't need a lot of them. It's the quality of relationships that counts. And the third one is to do meaningful and important work, and that we are aware of this and that we feel it. Because happiness at work is really important for our general happiness, because we spend so much life at work. And in a lifespan of approximately 80 years, we spend over 13 years at work. Only sleeping takes more time. Therefore, organizations should put really a lot of effort in this issue, because when we are happy, everyone around us benefits from it. Happy people have more fulfilling relationships, are more creative, motivated, more successful. We make better decisions. We are more optimistic, more positive. Actually, we are healthier, and we communicate better, and we work better with others, and we are solving problems. We are not complaining, and we love to learn. We live longer, and these are just few benefits that happiness at work and happiness in life brings. And happiness means that you take the responsibility, that you are ready for life challenges to fight with, and you know that you are able to do it. And then you grow and develop and create positive experience, and you really love what you do. Being happy is not easy. It doesn't come instantly, and you have to do something about it every day. Happiness, positivity, optimism, everything need to be maintained. And everything begins with me and you, and with a decision and commitment for responsibility and action.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for describing about that piece,